why don't you give us another question here? What are your comments? What are your perceptions of the game?
Man, like he said, I'm still trying to process, honestly. And thanks for having me, guys, by the way. I've seen the show. I usually see it post, after. But it's always been, I think, a dream of mine to be on here. So let me say that first.
Come back anytime. We're glad to have you.
But, obviously, fight on to us. Dude, I mean, I've been to Rice Stadium. I've been there. I've seen the blackout. I have some big Utah fans. Shout out to them. And going for 2, that was crazy. I honestly, I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming. That was good play calling. They knew they knew we couldn't stop them. So that was good. But I'm kind of disappointed, honestly, because we had a strong first half. We came out just blowout football. Caleb Williams was throwing on the run, throwing some dimes, rockets, and it was great. And, like you guys said, too, it was kind of sad not to see that adjustment on the second half because we're known for that second time adjustment. I didn't really see that. But, again, I feel like, we're in Utah. It's kind of hard to make that adjustment with that crowd because it's no joke, man. That is for real right there. And that altitude as well.
Yeah, and guys, real quick, we got friend of the show, Larry Pilgrim, devout Ute fan, just joined us in the chat. Larry, kudos to your Utes. That's a good team. They played a heck of a game. We certainly wish we'd have won, but that was a wild crowd and a lot of fans. And again, and for those of you guys just joining us that weren't with us at the beginning, we started off by saying, hats off to Utah. That's a lot better team than I think a lot of people have given them credit for.
Ricky, you made a really good point there. There's been questions about the accuracy of Caleb Williams' arm over the last couple of games, especially on the road. They said he had the jitters against Oregon State. He clearly in this game showed us why he is a Heisman hopeful and why he is one of, if not in my opinion, next year for sure, the best quarterback in football. So I'm really excited on, even though it's a silver lining, I'm really excited to see that he actually that on the run, that throw just dropped, right into Mario Williams' hands. It's just a beautiful throw. And then of course we know he has the strong arm. Mario dropped that ball right at halftime, but that throw, how many players in college football make that throw? Not many. And again, how many times the Houdini act? They probably could have got him for a safety, and a number of quarterbacks would have had a safety. And he runs and picks up a first down. We're in the shadow of our own goal line. So I think you're right on that, Ricky, with the fact that Williams showed us exactly why we're so excited. And listen, guys, we got him for a whole nother. He's locked in for an entire year next year. So get ready. It's going to be a great ride.
Well, there was that LA Times article. Oh, sorry. One more thing.
They also say
that he vowed to show up at this game. He said he was going to be ready for this game, and I think he was. But that noise. I feel like every time the stadium just goes crazy, the snap count doesn't. There was that a couple bad snaps actually. Where there was bad snaps, and it always attributes to the crowd noise. I feel like,
and to be clear, the crowd was making the cameras shake from the TV. The TV.
We saw that on the OSU game.
The TV had trouble with their cameras shaking because of the crowd.
We saw that many times with Caleb Williams. So every time that was kind of a factor, you kind of saw Caleb Williams kind of break down a little bit, where he would kind of pump. And then, they snapped that ball, where it was that, that fake snap. And then he was going to change the call. It's always that crowd that kind of gets to him. But he's a great player. My God, I'm glad we have him on our team. He is amazing.
Yeah, we had a free play. I mean, we had them to jump a couple times, and I thought it was amazing. What was frustrating is we got Mario Williams and there was another receiver. I can't remember who it was. But your receiver's job, all you're doing is you're watching the ball. Overall, I think we had 2 false starts for the linemen. Am I right on that? Because the other ones were on receivers. The receivers, there's a receiver, you should never get a false start. Your eyes are watching the ball move, so you move on the ball. I think that the Trojans did a great job with the noise. I think they kept their poise. And again, they were checking the sides, they were changing the play very comfortably. So overall, the noise, I mean, again, I told everyone on the Pac-12 show that this place is loud. And until Washington gets those full crowds and rowdy crowds again, this is the most difficult to play in the Pac-12, without a doubt in my mind. And I think the Trojans did a good job.
Especially at the end of the game, that crowd was a roaring. And then Utah was sending blitzes at him, and he kind of got shook a little bit there at the end. He threw up a couple questionable passes there at the end that made you wonder, like, what was that? That hasn't been what we've been seeing.